Welcome to Petro TV. I'm here with an Arsenal fan named Mr. Kola. Please, welcome to Petro TV. He's a good Arsenal fan, and we are here to talk about Arsenal as regards what they have and the future of Arsenal.
I'll talk about the history of Arsenal. No, let me talk about the history of Arsenal, and it's very instrumental because there's only this comparison between Arsenal and Chelsea. We are not in the same class. Arsenal has one of the best history in English football. Arsenal won their first league title in 1931. After we won our first league title, in the next 7 years we won 5. Chelsea won their first league title in 1965. When Chelsea won their first league, we had won 7. When Chelsea won their first league, and when Chelsea won their first league in 1955 rather, they went 50 years without a title. They went 50 years without a title. And when we won our own first league, we have only 3 teams that have won the hat-trick of league titles. We have only before hat-trick of league titles. So we have a very good history. The only problem, the only deficit in our history, we have 14. We have more FA Cups, the highest FA Cup in England. We have the 3rd best league in EVERTON. I think we have won 13 league titles. Chelsea is on 6. Take Chelsea post Mourinho era. Chelsea has no history. So with 8 to 8 history, we are better. And even in the last 4 years, tell me one top flight that has won Arsenal since 2002. The only team that I can remember that we've lost to a top flight team is when you won one. So when you talk about our history, we have a very dynamic history. The only deficient is our Champions League. Champions League, status, and this season is beckoning on us. 4 years we can win. Let me tell you something about Real Madrid. Real Madrid did not win the Champions League in 30 years. Do you imagine that? Real Madrid did not win the Champions League in 30 years. History is dynamic. When you want to talk about history of a club, you talk about the past and the future. Give Arsenal 5 years. Arsenal is not building a team that will be winning a league title in 1 year. 2 years, then go to Europa, play conference like Chelsea. We are building a consistent team. And this team you see is going to dominate Europe, dominate the world in the next 8 years. We are all here. It has only been our track record of being consistent over the years.
Welcome to Arsenal. Finally, we are back here. My story for Arsenal this year is finally we are there.
We are not there yet. I don't want to be assumptuous. We still have 7 games to go. And let me take you back to history again. We won the league in 2001, 2002. It was the same team, the Patrick Vieira's, the Thierry Henry was young in the team, and it was that same thing that became you won't believe that history is going to repeat itself again. Do you know that in the same 2001, we went 3 years as runners-up? Go and check history. We did not win for 3. We came so close. This same scenario. We came close 3 times. Second position, and second position. And we won it in Man U on the 7th of May 2002. That went there to win. So, and that same history is repeating itself again. Arsenal has gone 1, 2nd, 3 consecutive times. So there's a big chance. I don't want to cast. Begin to count my eggs before they arch here. But we have a great chance of wrapping up this season.
Thank you very much, sir. Arsenal is in 4 different tournaments for now. If Arsenal should win 1 of it, only 1, and lose 3, will you still regard this season as a success?
It's progressive anyway. One thing you should know about life rewards effort. Life itself is psychological. You input and effort. Life rewards effort. If you see our track record this season, we have been having some sense of luck. Yesterday's goal was supposed to have been gone. When you begin to look at luck, history, odds favoring you, it might be that the god of football is on your side. So I'm not saying we'll win 4, but I know that I can bet it. Out of that 4, we'll win 2. The 2 I cannot pick. But I know the most likely one for us now is the Champions League. The league. The Champions League is still very dicey because we have a lot of tough teams in the league. Bayern Munich is tough. Real Madrid is in the form of their life. And so I cannot really bank or put my money on Champions League, but I'm sure that we'll win the league. And we win either the FA or the Carabao Cup. We should play next week Saturday. In the week's time, Sunday we'll be facing that with Man City for Carabao. Okay.
Arsenal Football Club gone so many years without a trophy. Yes. Major League Premier League, but they're finally back here, 9 points ahead of City, yes. Which is there is more sanity that this league is Arsenal's to lose.
It's about rebuilding the team. I'll look at Real Madrid. There's always a change in the team. You won't believe that even in recent history, you know that Real Madrid will not win the league in 10 years. After Makalele left Real Madrid and Zidane, they did not win the league in 10 years. Before the Zidane era. Ancelotti's slacks is there. Every team goes through evolution. A strong team goes down, goes sealed for a while, builds and come and dominates for some years. After Real Madrid did not win the league in the last 10 years, they did not win. If you remember, they were just coming second. In fact, they were edged out in second round like 3 times. That's the time of building. What Arsenal is doing is the time of building. Don't forget that we were not in Europe for 6 years. Just of recent, post Arteta era, pre Arteta era, we no go. And now, but we have been the Champions League now for the next 4 years. And last 22 years, we have not been totally barren. We've won 4 FA Cups in 22 years. Let me remind you, history is there too. 4 FA Cups in 22 years. Many clubs in England do have 4 FA Cups. Many clubs in England. The whole of how many FA Cups? Okay, Chelsea has a good FA history. We still have a good. That's 20. It has not been barren. That 20 years, we've been runners up to 8 times. That 22 years. We have been in Champions League up to 15 or 16 times. Tell me who has that record in England? Save Man City in the recent Man City. As a 1931, in 1931 when Arsenal won the league 7 times. After 1955, we have won the league 7 times. Man U has only won it once, no twice. Man City once. So Arsenal is a club that over the course of history, and when our history is the past, over the course of history, Arsenal has been a dynamic club, and that's why I've been about for me. I've been supporting Arsenal for like 25 years or 26 years now. And do you know the pain I felt? Do you know the expectation? Do you know the odds? Do you know the tears I've shed in the last 22 years? For me, I cannot wait for us to land that trophy, and that will be a relief to me as a fan. Because I stayed at the time, I wanted to stop supporting Arsenal. I wanted to go to Bayern Munich, just leave England. But I thank God I did not make that decision. So everything is still on the table. We hope that it comes out well. Thank you.
I want to ask one simple question. Based on the pain you felt and the tears you've cried, how do you feel when you lost to Barcelona in the Champions League? What was the first thing that came out of your mouth?
It was sad. One of those bad. In fact, when they asked Arsene Wenger his greatest regrets, that was the game. It was greatest regret. And don't forget, I think we had a red card in that game. Did we have a red card? I think we had. Yeah. I think we had. It was lemon. I think we had a red card in that game.
Okay. Comparing Arsenal's season, first half and the final half of season going forward, which will you prefer to win a trophy with?
I think statistically, the first half was better. We've been dropping points in the second half of the season. But in the last 5 games, and we've been lucky. Don't forget, luck has been our side. If it had been the old Man City, you know that the league is over. And so it's at times nature will just be good to you. Nature will just we just reward your effort of the past, and I think that's what is happening to us. Because if Man City, you know now, if the old Man City, the Man City of the De Bruyne, the Man City of the Silva, by now the league is over, would have bottled it.
Okay. Do you bench this Arsenal winning league to bad performance or bad competitions from other? This Arsenal almost winning this league to bad competition from other teams or poor performance from other teams?
It's not about poor performance from other teams. It's not just from Man City. You know,
they were actually Man City is your competitor for now. Yes. So I'm saying not only Man City with Manchester United, Liverpool, and Tottenham. Is it be based on their bad performance that you say Arsenal, if they were in the good form, do you see this Arsenal winning the league?
Yes. The performance and the performance is not because of the form of the teams anyway. The performance is basically because of the competitive nature of the Premier League. You know, Premier League is not like La Liga. You know, it's not a 2-man race. The teams are, because a lot of money has gone into Premier Leagues, and almost the most expensive place in the world. So it's one of the most difficult seasons in the world. League in the world. The Premier League just got more competitive this season. Can you imagine Liverpool losing to Wolves? You know, so it's not very, very easy. It's just the most difficult. The league has become competitive. So teams have not really a mass point. And if you look at the performance of English teams in Europe, it has not been bad, apart from the second round. Second round was basically due to fatigue. It was due to fatigue because all the English teams, they were playing away in the first leg, and most of those teams played FA Cups. They had already played 3 games in 8 days. So it's not that the English job dropped in performance. And again, I'm because of the playoff issue too. The issue of the playoff. Most of the teams that they played, they were teams that had the second life. Teams that had gone, that were almost out of the competition, went back and they came more energized. So the reason why Arsenal is not, the league is not getting so much points, it's not because the standard of football has fallen, though the game has become more defensive, really. Not more goals are scored, it's because of the competitive nature of the league. So it's not really because but Man City has dropped form. I will say that about Man City speaker.
Okay, Man City have dropped form, and that's actually aided Arsenal in winning this thing.
I said this 3 at times favors you after so much effort. Can you imagine coming second for 3 consecutive seasons? And Arsenal was looking at the cracks in the team and building on it. Initially, we were a very attacking side. That's when we started winning the big games. But Arsenal is now defensive-minded type. By next year, when we go and buy good attacking players, the team is good to go. The team is good to go. So it's not a team that is going to, Arsenal side will still stay relevant in the next 6 years. Write it down. It's not like Chelsea that will just go high, then go low for another time. Yeah. No. I don't have a problem with Chelsea, but Chelsea fans are too loud. And look at Chelsea, a team that we've played. If we are leading Chelsea with 22 points, and they are still talking. Doesn't make any sense. We are leading Chelsea with 22 points as we speak, but they are still commenting on us. If Arsenal was in this position of Chelsea, we will all be quiet now. We will not be able to talk. I'll just be going. I'll hide my head. Even when I come to this place, I'll wear specs so that people will not see because I'll feel the shame.
What champion?
World champion. No, Chelsea has that thing in their DNA. They have a way of, having I'll call Chelsea a cat with 9 lives. They have a way of going down and coming up. If not because of their loss, their bad coaching tactics against who did they play? PSG. I will not be surprised if this same Chelsea team picks up this Champions League. So that's the way Chelsea, they have a way of post in the last 20 years or 30 years. It wasn't the kind of DNA. So Chelsea is a cup winning trophy. But when you look at football as a whole, what the fans want is the moments. What moments have we given our fans in the last 20 years? No, the moments. That's what the fans want. The trophy is good for history. The last 10 years, how many games has Arsenal won? How many games has Chelsea won? The big moments, the big nights. That's what the fans go to watch. No fans go to the stadium and read history. The fans go to the stadium and watch the game. And that's what Arsenal has given their fans in the last 3 or 4 years. So our fans are going to go to the stadium, you see the moments, the victories, the goals, the wins. The win against Man City, 5-1, the demolition of Chelsea. Those are the things that makes us to like a club. Consistency. We are always playing at the Champions League. We are always at the top level. We are always competing. We are always on the news. We are always making the headline. That is what makes a football club. So, and after a while, input. The nature is eroding of this season. I'm writing it down. We'll go and write it down. Win at least 2 out of 4. And next season, we are picking 2 more trophies. If we don't win the Champions League this year, I can write it down. We'll win it in the next 2 or 3 years. That's a football club that builds.
Okay, thank you. That's a football club that builds. Which player do you think Arsenal will bring in next season? And which player do you think they are letting go next season?
A lot of our players are tired. We need more attacking-minded players. We need a central midfielder.
Such as who?
This guy that plays for Newcastle. If we can bring him, that Brazilian captain of Newcastle.
He's 32 years.
It doesn't mean he could play 2 years. I might not be able to mention player now, but we need more.
That's Grimares.
Yeah, yes. And if someone like Vinicius Junior can, if he's unhappy, can come out. We need more attacking players. And that's the truth. If we get more attacking players, creative, almost all the team is defensive minded. The only attacking player in Arsenal is Saka. Every other person is defensive minded. Is that you have a wide winger that just a convention. All Arsenal players do is the basics. It's the basics, you understand? We need creativity. And that's what this young man, this young Max Dorman, the youngest player to score a goal in Premiership history at 16 years and 73 days. 73 days. We need players that are creative players that can open up the players that can take their attacker. That's what Arsenal lacks. So Arsenal for now is just a complete team. But without we need the talent to make it, and that's what we will go for next season. But give it to Arteta. He has done a great job in the last 5 years. He has done a great job in the last 6 years. He has. I need to give him his onions.
What do you see Arsenal in the next 3 years?
We have a team, a very strong defensive team, fairly young defenders. All our defenders are still young, and with good contracts. If we win the league, if we can get like 2 trophies this season, we attract more attractive players. So this team is a team that Real Madrid has been relevant for the past 9 years. You can be relevant for a lot of time now. That's what we want. We want relevance. Post Man U era. What has happened to Man U post what's it? Ferguson era? It doesn't go well with a team. Going in and out of playing big, becoming 17th. Can Arsenal ever be 17th in the league? It doesn't. A team needs to give his fans, the movement. So this is a team that is strong, fairly young. Even though it's not as young as the Chelsea team, but an average player in Arsenal is like 25, 26. They can still play 3-4 more years. Put the team together, bring new additions, and my reward of supporting this club for my last 22 years.
You said something that Arsenal is you have a team that are outwardly defensive.
Defensive, yes.
Is that the way forward for Arsenal going for next season?
I know what we need is there's this anxiety about this season. It's like it's becoming like a what do you call it in like a voodoo. That as if there's a spell that's been cast. And that's why Arteta is trying to be conservative. He's being conservative for football. When his plan is to score first, then close up. And that's just so next season we might have an Arsenal team with more flair, but we still need to give our fans something. So is that fear of this league, this not having won the trophy, bottling it every time, that is making it a little bit cagey this season, and it's almost working out for him. 7 games to go, 9 points clear. Though it's not over yet. You lose 2 games, and the league is over. So every game is like a final.
Thank you. For an Arsenal fan, the wait is finally over. That's the belief. And the way finally over. That's the belief. The wilderness of the Israelites in the land to get the promised land is finally here. Arsenal are finally getting the trophy they desired and probably they crit for. So we expect more from Arsenal, and we expect more for a passionate fan like this as well.